Hello folks, welcome back. In our previous lecture, we talked about abstract class. When we don't want an object of the class to be created, we make it as an abstract class. Now there's also some things called as abstract method. Now what do you mean by an abstract method? So for example, we have created an animal class, and in the animal class we have provided a eat method, and we gave some definition of it. And there is a dog class which extends from the animal, also has its own definition of the eat method. Similarly, there is a cat class, also has its own definition of the eat method. So there is no point of declaring and defining what this eat method in the animal class is, because each of those have their own implementation of the eat method. The eat method in the animal class is too generic to classify, because each of those different animals like cat, dog, goat, horse, lion, tiger, etc., they have their own specifications for the eat method. So if you don't want, you cannot put a definition or something, you cannot generalize the eat quality or the eat pattern of an animal. So we will make this as an abstract method. Now what do you mean by an abstract method? An abstract method is a method which does not have a body to it. So we can just go ahead and declare a method. That's called an abstract method. A method without a body is called as an abstract method. Now what is the purpose of having an abstract method? So in this case, let's say in the animal class, we have created an abstract method eat, which does not have any body to it, and cat and dog class extends from the animal class. So these classes have to provide the implementation of this eat method. Otherwise, you won't be able to compile your program. So basically, having an abstract method in the animal class, whoever class extends from the animal class needs to provide the definition for that particular method. So those non-abstract classes, if they're extending from the abstract class, they need to provide the definition of all the abstract methods that are defined in that abstract class. So in this case, dog and cat both have to provide implementation for the eat method, which is declared in this animal class. Now, if a class has one or more abstract method, that class should also be called as an abstract class. Means you need to use a keyword abstract with the class itself if that class contains one or more abstract methods. So let's do an exercise to understand it more better. So in this case, we already have an abstract class. So I'll just go ahead and remove this. And let's say there's no significance of providing a definition of this eat method inside of animal class. So we wanted to go ahead and end this with a semicolon. So this is an abstract method. So to make sure we use this abstract keyword. So if you have an abstract method in your class, an abstract method is a method without the body, that's called an abstract method. You also need to make a class an abstract. So in this particular eat is an abstract method. In this animal class, there can also be non-abstract method, means there can also be a method called sleep, and this is a non-abstract method. So animal class can contain an abstract as well as non-abstract method. But if there is at least one or more methods that are declared abstract, that particular class also needs to make it abstract. So now let's say dog class extends from this animal class. Now it is the responsibility. So right now you will see it's giving you an error. The reason it's giving you an error because this animal class has an abstract method called eat. So dog class, it's a non-abstract class. So it is the responsibility of the dog class to provide the definition of that eat method. So if you look at the error, it will say the type dog must implement the inherited abstract method animal.eat. It is not complaining about the sleep method because the sleep method is not an abstract method. So here I can go ahead and give a body here. But in the dog class, I need to provide the definition. So if you want to do right click, quick fix, you need to add the unimplemented method. So you need to provide the definition for this eat method in the dog class. But so here, if this dog class was an abstract, if you make this an abstract class, then this definition is not required. Means it won't give you an error. Because the class which extends from an abstract class, even that class is an abstract, then it does not have to provide the definition. Only the non-abstract classes have to provide the definition for all the methods which are abstract above them. So here in the animal class, let's just draw what I have done. So in the animal class, I have created a eat method and a sleep method. Eat method is an abstract, so it is ending with a semicolon. And there is a dog class which extends from this animal class. So it is the responsibility of the dog class because it's a non-abstract class, whereas this is an abstract class. And this is a non-abstract class, dog. So it is the responsibility of the dog to provide the definition or implementation for the eat method. Implementation means providing the definition of the body for that method. So this is the responsibility of the dog class. Otherwise, if the dog class does not provide the definition, your program won't compile, means there will be an error in the program. So here, this is what I've done. So this is the eat method, and it's the responsibility of the dog class to provide the definition of the eat method. So now I'll go up to the dog class, and this is a non-abstract class. So it's the responsibility of the dog class to provide the definition. So here I will say public void eat. Dog eats dog food. Now, since you are inheriting from the animal class, there is also a sleep method which is there in the animal class, which will automatically be inherited in the dog class. So now if I wanted to do a test here, so I can always say animal A is equals to new of dog. And here I can say A dot of eat and A dot of sleep. So the sleep method that will be called will be from the animal class because animal class has the sleep method, and the eat method will be from the dog class because dog class has provided the definition. You can never say animal because animal class is an abstract class. So you cannot create an object of the abstract class. So now if you go back here and run the program, run as Java applications. So dog eats dog food and all animals sleep. So this is what it's going to do. So here in this class, we have a simple animal. It has a eat and a sleep method. This is an abstract method because it does not have a body for the method. The dog class extends from an animal class, and in the dog class, it is the responsibility of the dog class to provide the definition of the eat method. Otherwise, you won't be able to run this program. In our test class, we have tested this. So in our next tutorial, we'll also talk a little bit more about this. So I'll see you in the next tutorial. Till then, thank you.